You can segue into the next song of his, via Gilbert and Sullivan. How many of you know The Pirates of Penzance? Yes. And the Major General's song, which has often been made into a parody, but Lehrer's is one of the most famous, because he told me actually he was originally thinking of using the Ruddigore. It really doesn't matter, but he decided instead to use the Major General song for a setting of the periodic table. Not in order, but in rhyme. So this is the Elements. And before I do it, I'm going to tell you that the first two, well, the introduction and the interlude is not by Sullivan, it's by Leonard. But the word, and the words, of course, are by Mendeleev. But the music, the melody in the middle is by Sullivan, and he set the first two verses, but he only went up to element 102. This is 1958. And of course there have been, and originally he said that these are the only ones in which the news has come to Harvard, and there may be many others, but haven't been discovered. Well, I don't do it that way because there have been an awful lot of elements discovered since then, and so I wrote a third verse to encompass them. So there have been other updates of this. Leonard wrote one himself that went up to 118. I took it up even further. And my cousin Sheldon Glashow, who won a Nobel Prize for Physics, told me that actually elements 119 and 120 have not yet been synthesized. And they don't really have names, but they're listed with the Latin names for those numbers. So that's how I got away with it. Here we go. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen, and oxygen, and nitrogen, and radium, and nickel, neodymium, actinium, germanium, and iron, americium, ruthenium, rhenium, europium, zirconium, lutetium, vanadium, and lanthanum, and osmium, and astatine, and radium, and gold, and proactinium, and indium, and gallium, and iodine, and thorium, and thulium, and thallium. There's yttrium, ytterbium, actinium, rubidium, and boron, gadolinium, magnobium, neodymium, and strontium, and silicon, and silver, and samarium, and bismuth, bromine, lithium, beryllium, and barium. There's holmium, and helium, and hafnium, and erbium, and phosphorus, and francium, and fluorine, and terbium, and manganese, and mercury, molybdenum, magnesium, and sprotium, and scandium, and cerium, and cesium, and lead, praseodymium, and platinum, plutonium, palladium, promethium, potassium, polonium, and tantalum, technetium, titanium, tellurium, and cadmium, and calcium, and chromium, and curium. There's sulfur, californium, and erbium, berkelium, and also mendelevium, einsteinium, nobelium, and argon, krypton, neon, radon, xenon, zinc, and rhodium, and chlorine, carbon, cobalt, carbon, tungsten, tin, and sodium. There also are lawrencium, as well as rutherfordium, and hassian, meritorium, Darmstadtium, seaborgium, and dubnium, rentgenium, nihonium, and borium, and also copernicium, as well as livermorium, tennessine, and augenisum, and don't forget flerovium, along with ubenillium, oneninum, moscovium. So now the list's complete, and I'm sure you'll say that's plenty, but there are many, many others. That's only up to 120.
Leonardium?
Not yet. No, that was part of a song that was written for us for our wedding. Yeah. That's an in-joke. But there's another version. I don't have it with me, but I know it by heart. Lehrer gave this to me, and I don't think he ever recorded it, but it's the elements according to Aristotle. There's earth and water and fire and air.